Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, 2015. My name is Cliff Backus. I am the Chief Market Strategist for Push Button Stock Trading, and this is your daily video market review. Markets started weak and ended weaker yesterday. Trading volume was below average, but heavier than Friday's weak pre-holiday offering, giving all the indexes that we follow distribution days. The Russell 2000 failed to hold support at its 50-day moving average and continues lagging. Again, the IBD 50 outperformed both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, indicating that leading stocks continue to assert themselves in this market. The market's in a confirmed uptrend, and our 1 to 6 month timing model is on a buy signal on the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the IBD 85, and the IBD 50. This is a downgrade from a margin signal, but that's not really a concern for the bulls. Margin signals appear at the beginning of uptrends, but the longer an uptrend continues, the greater the risk. Buy signal does not necessarily mean that margin traders should reduce margin. It simply means that they should no longer increase it. Large caps edged small caps yesterday and continued to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. This is out of character for a confirmed uptrend, when small caps generally are more likely to outperform. The fact that large caps are still leading should lend a note of caution to the bulls, as should the divergence between the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000. Our Ramosi swing timing model is back to showing a neutral condition in the market. The market continues to be confused here with conflicting signals. We remain bullish for the most part, but we're bullish with a healthy dose of skepticism. What we're looking at here is the Russell 2000. And again, I'm going to point out that the Russell 2000 is currently in a downtrend. Russell yesterday undercut support at its 50-day moving average, which is another sign of weakness. Russell has support down here in the 1222 area, and we would hate to see it undercut this level of support down here in the 1206 range. The reason that we point out the Russell 2000 is that right now the Russell 2000 is in a divergence with the S&P 500. Before we move on to taking a look at the NASDAQ composite, I want to point out one thing. This short-term trend line in the Russell 2000 was undercut at this point right here. At that point, that trend line then becomes resistance, and we see that the Russell pulled right back up to that trend line and broke down. That makes this support area in the 1222 area, and more importantly the 1206 area, all the more important. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ composite. NASDAQ yesterday closed down 56.61 points, or 1.11%. We ended the day at 50.32. Trading volume was heavier than the prior day, which gives us a distribution day. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a confirmed uptrend on the NASDAQ with one distribution day since the market confirmed the uptrend on May 14th. Right now, the NASDAQ is bracketed by support down here in the 48.47 area. This is a new area of support. We have moved our support up from this area to these prior lows. Resistance is in the 51.20 area. That also is a change. We had resistance in this area. We've moved it up to this prior high. Right now, the NASDAQ is on a buy signal. And although we're bracketed by support down here, probably the next most important level of resistance is going to be this 50-day moving average. We'll see if the NASDAQ wants to hold that area. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P yesterday was down 21.86 points, or just over 1%. We ended at 2104. Trading volume was heavier than the prior day, giving us a distribution day. The S&P 500 is also on a confirmed uptrend, has been since May 14th, and has one distribution day. That was yesterday. The S&P is bracketed by support in the 2040 area and resistance in the 2120 range. Yesterday, the S&P 500 found support at its 50-day moving average. Our 1 to 6 month timing model on the S&P 500 is showing a buy signal in the market. Buy signal means that margin traders should no longer increase margin. We will see if the S&P can continue to respect its 50-day moving average. I'm going to take a quick look at some stocks, but before we do that, all of the individual stocks that we talk about in our video market reviews are from our Universal Watch List, which you can view on a daily basis in our daily spreadsheet. To qualify for the Universal Watch List, a stock has to have satisfied at least 72% of our stringent technical and fundamental criteria and currently satisfy at least 62%. Out of our trading universe of over 7,000 stocks, there are currently only about 80 stocks that meet these strict criteria and make our Universal Watch List. These are the only stocks that we review on a daily basis, and for the most part, these are the only stocks that we use in our trading strategies. That noted, I want to take a look at SolarEdge Technologies. SolarEdge Technologies set up a wonderful Landry buy here. We don't generally talk about Landry buys, but a Landry buy is when a stock has established an uptrend, makes a new high, and has at least 4 consecutive down days, and then takes out the high bar of the prior day. SolarEdge Technologies is a recent IPO. It's a very aggressive position, but it can be bought by very aggressive investors right here in a first stage IPO base. Cheetah Mobile broke out of this first stage base at $25.55. It currently has a checklist rating of 76, and that was a first stage base that we broke out of. If you missed this breakout was a very nice breakout because we've seen just a tremendous amount of accumulation in Cheetah Mobile recently. We're getting a second opportunity to buy into Cheetah Mobile. Again, we have a Landry base right here. We have this nice uptrend. We've pulled back for 4 days. That Landry base has a buy point today of 33.46. We have a pivot point of 36.63 on Cheetah Mobile, but the stock can be bought today off of this Landry base if it breaks above $33.46. Finally, I want to take a look at Gray Television. Gray Television is broken out of this second stage base. It has a 76% checklist rating. Pivot point was $14.80. It's currently trading at $15.84, so about $1 higher. It actually is trading above its 5% maximum buy point, but I really like the accumulation that we've seen in Gray Television. So aggressive traders may, if you haven't already gotten into Gray Television, want to take a chance on picking this up a little bit higher than you normally would. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks that we mentioned today or our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call. Drop me an email or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. If you're out of the area, we can set up a Skype session. A reminder, if you've not already done so, please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohanneson LaCours, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohanneson LaCours, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.